how many Christmases just got affected by the overhitting with 0.1 seconds left. Bro, someone went from receiving a PS5 to a heartfelt card like that. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 31 of the regular season, where the Rangers lose 4-3, I think, to the Edmonton Oilers. And a lot of times, following a game like that, I would sit here and stew at... Can't say that anymore, not after that game. Sit here and think about what I just witnessed. But a game that played out the way that that game played out, I think I could sit here for days, like till after Christmas, maybe till after the New Year, and just still kind of be like, I don't know. Because, like, what the hell was that? That was the weirdest game of the season for the Rangers, and I don't think it's a particularly close contest. Because the Rangers take a 1-0 lead into the third period, where then, again, one total goal scored through the first 40 minutes for 6 goals to be scored in the final 20. And the first goal for the Rangers, oh God, first period, just a beautiful play, right? Touch pass by Mika, just disgusting pass over to Blake Wheeler. And like, look at him, look at Blake Wheeler. He knows that that's incredible. And it was. That was an unreal move by Mika Zibanejad. He was excited. Garden was rocking. It was all good. And the Rangers, for the first 30 minutes of this game, are just rocking. They look great. I want to say shots in the second period, like halfway through, were 10-1 in favor of the Rangers. They look great. There was a goal by Panarin. We're going to talk about that in a minute. That was called back. But, hey, for 30 minutes, the Rangers absolutely dominate. They look fantastic. And you're thinking, man, how do they only have one goal? Shots again, like halfway through the second. 10-1 in favor of the Rangers. The Oilers look dead. They look lifeless. They can't get anything going. And then the third period happens. And they just open them up. It was the first goal, I believe it was by Fogle, was a beaut. You can't take anything away from that. It was Hyman, excuse me, but Fogle did get one. Hyman's goal. Beauty in front. Give him a lot of credit. The next 3 were just messes. It was the Rangers being sloppy. They were good shots. I'll give them that. Like they, especially the Evander Kane one, if I remember correctly, was a nice shot. But it was messes by the Rangers. It was just messy defense. Again, the Oilers deserved them because they took what the Rangers gave them. But just slop from the Rangers. And then with 5 minutes left, they get a power play. And they remember, oh, we'd like to win games. That's a good thing to do. Mika Zibanejad gets one on the power play. Right, nasty goal in front. They're fighting for it. It was Lafreniere in the paint with a deflection that just sits next to Stewart's butt that Mika pokes home. Will Cooley gets one with 0.1 seconds left, which was the goal that hit the over for the game, which is just beautiful. I'm going to sound like everyone's annoying boomer uncle when I say this. If the Rangers would have played the entire game with the intensity that they played the last 5 minutes, they win this easily. If they would have played the last 30 with half of that intensity, they win this game, and it's not close. They totally take their foot off the gas. The only reason it wasn't 3 or 4-1 after the second period was because Jonathan Quick stood on his head. That penalty kill by Quick late in the second period might be the most electric penalty kill I've ever watched. Unbelievable stuff from Jonathan Quick. So many stupid good saves. There are legitimately 2 or 3 saves on just that penalty kill that are probably going to end up in his final season highlights. It was great. Unbelievable. And but the defense in front of him was just doing nothing. They played awful defensively for a 30-minute period. But then you have that final 5 where they clearly still have it. I don't know why they took their foot off the brake. It's incredibly frustrating because this was clearly a winnable game. I understand that you make it a one goal game with 0.1 seconds left, so it's a 2-goal game, ultimately. But you still got it. If you would have had... If there were a point earlier in the game where you could have gotten a goal, technically speaking, that goal with 0.1 seconds left would have tied it. And I want to briefly touch on the Panarin non-goal. Listen, I understand why it is not a goal. And I agree that it is not a goal. The whistle blew. Play is dead. But it is infuriating on account of what happened earlier this season to the Rangers. Because, and for those of you who did not watch the game, the Rangers are on a power play. Mika Zibanejad rips one off the mask of Stuart Skinner, and the mask is coming undone. He shakes his mask off because, again, and people are saying, oh, he shook the mask off. If he moved like this, if he would have pivoted and like put his right skate into the ice and shot back over to try to get to Panarin, the mask would have flown off anyway. Like, yeah, he did the right thing. I have absolutely no qualm with that. That makes sense why he did that. But it goes off of his mask. It goes to Panarin. He collects the puck, right? He doesn't just one time it. He collects the puck and fires, but it's still very quick. And he scores, but they had blown the whistle. I understand why they blew the whistle. That is the right call. And reviewing it, realizing that, yes, they blew the whistle, is the right call. Here's the part that's infuriating, and it has nothing to do with the Oilers. It has everything to do with the NHL itself. Because earlier this season, I want to say it was against Columbus, the Rangers, I think it was Shesterkin, takes a shot, and he squeezes his pads, but he doesn't get the puck, and the whistle blows. And the puck is... Maybe it was the one against the Devils, actually. Regardless, it doesn't matter. And the puck is not in the net. They blow the whistle, but it's rolling, and then it ends up in the net. And they review it, and they go, good goal! Because, well, yeah, of course it was going to be a goal if we didn't blow the whistle. This was going to be a goal if they didn't blow the whistle. And that's the thing. I don't want my team to be favored. Because that's not fun when you watch your team just get gifted things. You want to see them have to go out and earn it. I want, with the NHL and with officiating, I want there to be a concrete set of rules. Why was the goal earlier allowed, despite the fact that the whistle blew, stopping play? Why did that get to count, and this one didn't? I just want a semblance of consistency. Again, that is 1%, if that. It might be less than 1% of the reason why the Rangers lost this game. 99.9% of the reason they lost this game is because they did not play well defensively. They got absolutely bodied into the dirt by Stuart Skinner. Don't let the 3 goals against fool you. He played marvelous tonight. That's the reason you lost the game. But when there's a goal that didn't count, despite the fact that the circumstances are incredibly similar to a rule earlier in the season that was changed on the spot to be a goal against you, is left on the table when you lose by 1, it's infuriating. And I understand, I'm not dumb, I understand that the Rangers having a 2-0 lead totally changes how the rest of this game is played. Maybe the Rangers then pile on and they make it a 5-0 lead and they just kill Edmonton. I obviously don't think it plays out the same way because the Rangers wouldn't, with 5 minutes left, pull quick to get a 6-on-4 power play where they get the Mika goal. They might not get the Cully goal. They wouldn't have 3 minutes of empty net trying to get back into it. I understand that. But more than anything for the Rangers, I think this just continues to make the NHL look kind of funny because, again, this league is over 100 years old. And rules are still just kind of changing on the day. They just kind of change. It's a rough game, but again, I think the Oilers are infinitely better than what their record shows, so I'm not going to just sit here and pile on for the Rangers. They've got to show a better effort tomorrow night. But the positive is, following a game like this, that is a very tough loss, the Rangers have shown a track record of when they take a really tough loss, they usually come back and scorch the earth. So that leads us into tomorrow night, where they play once again in Madison Square Garden, the final game before Christmas break. They take on the Buffalo Sabres. That game is at 7:30 Eastern. Quick win tonight, so Igor Shesterkin will be in net for the Rangers tomorrow night. And I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say in this video. So if you enjoyed, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.